What's up everyone? Tyler here with another Christmas video. Today we're going to be reacting to Top 10 Most Rewatched Scenes in Christmas Movies from Miss Mojo. Let's get right into it with Home Alone.
Hey, come on, kid, open up. It's Santa Claus. And it's Elf.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most rewatched scenes in Christmas movies.
What do you think I should?
10 a.m. Santa's coming to town.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
For this list, we're looking at the funniest, most joyous, and most entertaining scenes from holiday flicks that we cannot stop watching over and over again. What's your favorite Christmas movie scene? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Number 10, The Leg Lamp, A Christmas Story.
Do you know what this is? This is a lamp!
This Christmas classic is a timeless work of art. Released in the early 80s and set sometime in the late 30s or early...
Okay, this scene that they're showing right now is much funnier than the leg lamp scene, in my opinion. When the Santa kicks him down the sled, it's so funny.
40s, A Christmas Story transcends time and place with entertaining vignettes on childhood, family, and best of...
Okay, but the most memorable part is when the kid sticks out his tongue on the pole and it gets stuck. That terrified me when I was a kid. I stayed far away from poles around Christmas time.
Of all, Christmas.
Immediately, my feet began to sweat as those two fluffy little bunnies with the blue button eyes stared sappily up at me.
The movie is filled with memorable scenes, including Ralphie and his bunny PJs, but the leg lamp stands above them all. The lamp's arrival is wall-to-wall enjoyment, from the delivery guy's frustration to the old man's hilarious mispronouncing of fragile.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
The reveal of the lamp is equally hilarious. Mixing the bemused shock of seeing a female leg lamp wearing a fishnet stocking, what kind of prize is that? To Mrs. Parker's resentment of her family's enthusiasm.
I know just the place for it. Right in the middle of our front room window.
We could watch this all day.
Hey, Park, what is that? Don't bother me now, sweetie. Can't see I'm busy. Yeah, but what is that? It's a major award.
Number 9, Frank's Speech, Scrooged. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol seems to be continuously adapted in some form or another. In 1988, it came in the form of Scrooged, a modern retelling that saw Bill Murray as a cranky and self-centered TV executive named Frank Cross.
That's Frank Cruz.
Is he supposed
This might surprise a lot of people, but I like almost every edition of A Christmas Carol in whatever format it's made. I don't really like Scrooged. I don't think it's that funny. I don't think it's the best Bill Murray movie by far. Like, I really like Bill Murray around that era, but I don't really like Scrooged. I don't think it's funny. I think it's kind of dumb that he's producing Scrooge, but he doesn't see that he's in a Scrooge movie. It's silly. It's not that good. No thanks. Moving
to be
on.
in the show?
I am the president of the IOC Network.
After his healing journey with the ghosts, Frank interrupts a live broadcast of A Christmas Carol to expound on his newfound love of life.
You were right about everything, okay?
Despite seeing the touching climax of A Christmas Carol 1,000 times before, Scrooged managed to make it fresh through Bill Murray's typically impassioned performance, a touch of dark humor like Preston kicking his cat in frustration, and a beautiful sentiment about the meaning of Christmas.
You know, it's not too late on Christmas Eve to have fun. You can call people that you haven't seen. You can call a college roommate. You can call, an old army buddy.
Number 8, The Ringing Bell, The Polar Express.
I'm not even sure if I made it this far into the movie. I don't know what scene this is, but this movie is so weird. It has the weirdest animation. It is slow. It is boring. It isn't charming. I don't get it. I don't understand this movie. Do you like this movie? Does anybody like this movie? I have never talked to anybody who's like, oh, my favorite Christmas movie is The Polar Express. Tell me about that person. What makes this movie rewatchable? All right, let's see this rewatchable scene and find it.
It's a gorgeous scene, and it's enough to make even the most cynical among us shed a tear.
What was that you said?
I believe.
Number 7. The Grinch Saves Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Then he slunk to the ice.
Okay, this is actually my favorite Christmas movie, but it's not really a full movie. I don't really count it as a full movie. It's a short cartoon. But it's still my favorite Christmas special. The end.
Box. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast.
Running a tight 25 minutes, How the Grinch Stole Christmas may be the best animated TV special ever produced. Luckily, it had strong foundational material in Dr. Seuss's classic children's story.
And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow.
After stealing the gifts from Whoville, the Grinch hears the residents singing in celebration. They don't need gifts. They're simply happy to be in each other's company. It's a lesson that the Grinch, and hopefully the viewers, take to heart.
Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
It's a beautiful sequence, filled with some gorgeous animation, catchy music, and a message that will always remain timeless.
And he himself, the Grinch,
Sam runs through the airport. Love Actually.
I haven't actually seen this movie, so I don't know what the scene is going to be about.
Look, there she is.
Where?
Over there. Oh no.
It's okay, we'll go to the airport. I know a shortcut.
Many scenes from Love Actually have become classics throughout the years, including the famous cue card sequence where Mark bears his soul to Juliet. But we're suckers for a good climax, and Love Actually
The cue card scene is the only thing I know about this movie.
delivers one with Sam running through the airport. It's cheesy and certainly a little cliche, but there's nothing wrong with a little cheese around the holiday season.
We're not actually flying.
You can't come through without a boarding pass.
Not even to let the boy say goodbye to the love of his life.
No.
The scene begins in a great way, with Rowan Atkinson's guardian angel-like figure distracting the airport employee and flashing Daniel a look of acknowledgement.
No, I must have left them where I was having a cup of coffee. I'm sorry.
Perhaps the best part of the scene is Craig Armstrong's music and the way it intermingles with the movie's other subplots. Little Thomas Brody Sangster is adorable, and so is this scene.
Joanna. Sam?
Number 5. The One and Only Santa.
I don't know what was supposedly memorable about that scene, but I do remember that I didn't see a single Christmas decoration in that Christmas movie. Tell me why that's a Christmas movie, other than technically it's at Christmas. Explain that one to me.
Miracle on 34th Street.
I have here 3 letters. They're addressed simply Santa Claus. No other address whatsoever. Yet these letters have just now been delivered.
I have actually watched this movie. This version is a great movie. It needs to be redone. And yes, you're going to say, but it has been redone. It's been redone a few times. It needs to be redone well. It needs to be done with people who are going to be true to the story and do it well. And it will sell. It could be done in a lot of different ways. You could do it as an animation. You can do it as, I don't know. Okay, maybe not a lot of ways, but it can be redone, and it can be redone well. Just do it right, and I'll go watch it. Thank you.
Delivered to Mr. Kringle by bona fide employees of the post office.
An oldie but a goodie, Miracle on 34th Street concerns a department store Santa Claus named Kris Kringle, who is institutionalized for claiming that he is the real Santa and behaving accordingly. A lawyer named Fred Gailey decides to defend him in court with the hope of proving that he is, in fact, Santa Claus. In the movie's climactic sequence, Fred presents mailbags full of Christmas letters and has them dumped on the judge's desk in a hilarious bit of physical comedy. The judge dismisses the case after Fred successfully argues that a branch of the federal government has acknowledged that Chris is Santa. It's a cute and hilarious scene, especially the joyous look on Chris's face and
Got him. You've been lawyered.
the seemingly endless line of postal workers that file their way into the courtroom.
Therefore, the Post Office Department, a branch of the federal government, recognizes this man, Kris Kringle, to be the one and only Santa Claus.
Number 4. Fried Feline. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
This box is meowing.
Let me see it.
One of the most adored Christmas movies ever made, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation takes the scary concept of a massive family gathering and turns the dial up to 11 for maximum cringe and comedy. And while it contains lots of great slapstick and family-based comedy, perhaps the funniest scene is Clark accidentally frying Bethany's cat.
Aunt Bethany? Does your cat by any chance eat Jell-O?
Okay, I don't think this list is doing a great job of picking out the most memorable scenes. Maybe it's just the scenes that they liked, which is fine. But I don't know is this the most memorable? Has anybody ever quoted this part of the movie? My favorite part of the movie, and it's probably not the most rewatched version, but my favorite part of the movie is just the Christmas light scene, him trying to turn on the lights. That's what I remember from watching this movie, and I realize that it's just a very small part of it, but it's just what I remember is just the frustration of trying to get those lights to work. And I think about that scene, that part of the movie, every year when I put our lights on the roof.
I don't know about the cat, but I sure am enjoying it.
The shock of it alone, no pun intended, is enough to make audiences laugh in surprise. But the funniest parts are the sounds and details. The cat lets out a darkly hilarious yowl, and Clark and Eddie discover the comical image of a cat silhouette burned into the carpet. Of course, we're not saying we like it when cats die, but as this isn't real, we can still enjoy the joke.
That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all. Woo!
Number 3. A life-affirming realization. It's a Wonderful Life.
Bert, do you know me? Know you? You kidding? I've been looking all over town trying to find you.
Another classic from the 40s, It's a Wonderful Life is a perennial Christmas favorite, owing largely to its life-affirming message. The movie concerns the depressed George Bailey. He's visited by his guardian angel Clarence, who shows him what the world would be like if he were not in it.
Don't you understand, George? It's because you were not born.
By the end of his spiritual journey, George confidently declares that he wants to live again in one of cinema's most classic and enduring sequences.
Please! I want to live again! I want to live again! I want to live again.
James Stewart is excellent as always, and
Okay, I take it back. They actually nailed this one. This one was perfect. This is a perfect scene in maybe not my favorite Christmas movie, but it's up there, and it might be one of the greatest Christmas movies.
the shot of the snow beginning to fall is enough to bring tears to anyone's eyes. It's a wonderful life indeed, which this film is more than happy to remind us.
Kids, Janie! Janie, Tommy! Oh, let me look at you. Oh, I could eat you.
Number 2, Santa! Elf. All right, now let's watch Will Ferrell act like a child. Elf is one of the modern Christmas classics.
This whole movie is nothing but rewatch scenes. This is the movie that I'll watch over and over again every Christmas. Sometimes when it's not Christmas, just when I want to be in a good mood, this is the movie that I'm going to watch. So, yeah, the Santa scene, Santa is probably the most rewatched part, but there's so many good parts.
Reputation that is due in large part to Ferrell's brilliant performance. That genius
Actually, no, I take it back. This isn't even close. The most rewatched scene is probably when he tries to put the star on top of the tree. I got it!
montage of Buddy exploring New York is enough to make anyone fall in love. Coming from the North Pole,
Did you hear that?
Buddy is well aware that Santa is real. But Wanda isn't, and he's none too happy with Buddy's childish enthusiasm.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
There are so many wonderful aspects to the scene that we don't even know where to start. Of course, there's Buddy's ecstatic yell and Wanda's thinly veiled frustration, but there's also the woman in black who gives a very "this man is crazy" look, as well as Buddy's excitement upon seeing a fellow elf.
Oh, hi. Santa's coming.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Toilet Talk, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Nothing like dumping sewage to get you in the holiday spirit.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
The TV Trick, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. It's like that hilarious scene from the first one, only better.
Hold it right there.
This is the concierge, sir.
I knew it was you. I could smell you getting off the elevator.
Fred Astaire gives us...
Why would they show that one and not from the first movie? Okay, I don't need to get into the argument of which Home Alone is better right now.
Some words of wisdom. Santa Claus is coming to town. A beautiful speech about the true meaning of Christmas.
Now that you know all about him, you can be darn sure that come snow or high water, Santa Claus is coming to town.
A New Year's Eve surprise. A Christmas Prince. There's nothing quite like a really cute proposal.
Palace is a lonely place for a king.
No one remembers a thing about these movies. Like, they were fine. But you can't tell me that anybody is rewatching this scene.
Without a queen.
The finale, White Christmas. Santa outfits, song and dance, and a giant tree. What more could you ask for?
I'm going to make a lot of people mad now. White Christmas is not a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas song. The beginning of the movie has Christmas in it. The end of the movie has Christmas in it. But 90% in the middle is not a Christmas movie. It's not about Christmas. It's not even during Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie in any way. It was a popular Christmas song, and Bing Crosby was a popular actor and a popular singer, and they wanted to put him in a movie. So they named it White Christmas, and they had him sing this popular song in the movie, but it's not a Christmas movie.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
Before we continue,
it is a good song, though.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell.
Now and open the door.
What kid didn't watch the booby trap sequence on endless repeat around the holidays? The ending of Home Alone is a remarkable string of slapstick comedy. There's falling down stairs, BB gun shootings, slipping on toy cars, stepping on nails, irons banging into heads, and paint cans flying into faces.
Heads up!
Perhaps the funniest image of all is Harry getting blowtorched and screaming for a solid 5 seconds before deciding to actually do something about it. The booby traps strike the perfect balance between depraved and comedic, just as the sequence itself strikes the perfect balance between kid and adult entertainment.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Everyone can enjoy this.
Okay, you can't tell me that that's the most memorable scene. I mean, everything with the Wet Bandits is funny, but that's not the most memorable scene. It's not the most rewatched scene. This, I will show you, is the most rewatched scene. That's it. You're welcome.
And everyone does, over and over again.
Hey guys, check this out.
Oh, go back! Oh, go back!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this up.
All right, so most of those are really good movies that I love. The scenes, I don't agree with them for the most part. But hey, What is your most rewatched scene in a Christmas movie? All right, leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.